Because now in your mind, like I have never prayed and saw, if that is what's happening, you need to probably stop watching The Chosen. That's wild. Like you know better than Jesus. Like we're just literally gonna change something that Jesus did just because.
Ruslan.
You can watch something that is Christian, not agree with all of it, and still say, oh, that's a net positive.
Yep.
Exactly. Right? I love The Chosen. I don't agree with every single thing in The Chosen, but I think it's a net positive for contextualizing the gospel.
Do you think Christians should ever not watch The Chosen?
Do I think Christians should ever not watch The Chosen? Yeah, I think if you start visualizing Jonathan Romy while you're praying, you should stop watching The Chosen.
Really?
Yes. Because now in your mind, like I have never prayed and saw, that has just never happened.
I was praying the other day. I was just like I was reading John.
Yeah.
And so I'm reading the red letters, and I'm an imaginative person. And I pictured a Jesus, and it wasn't Jonathan Romy, and I was proud of myself.
I would say stop watching The Chosen.
Okay.
If you're visualizing Jonathan while you're praying.
Yeah.
That's sus.
That's sus.
Could you imagine somebody praying and they saw like Mary Magdalene, and so then when they pray, they visualize Joaquin Phoenix?
Whoa. Bro.
Or they saw Passion of Christ, and when they pray, they visualize Jim Caviezel or whatever his name is, the guy who played Jesus in The Passion.
Yeah.
If that is what's happening, you need to probably stop watching The Chosen.
Luckily, you know,
I'm being semi-serious.
Yeah, I know. Jesus kind of falls in a category as how we understand him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy to kind of blur out the face and still get the silhouette of the beard and the hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna give him a darker complexion, and he's gonna have like more robust hair.
Yeah. So I would say, like, if that's an issue, I would say, you know, you might want to reevaluate how much time you're consuming.
Anything else? Another reason someone should stop watching The Chosen.
I think, like, if they full on like just started changing stuff the way Joaquin Phoenix did, where he's just like, yeah, who the F would like spit in mud and like heal somebody?
That's rude.
That's rude. Who the F would do that? Like, no, like, so I just rub my thumbs together. You know what I mean? Like, that's wild. Like, you know better than Jesus. Like, we're just literally gonna change something that Jesus did just because.
Okay, so one is personal, how you envision your Lord and Savior, and then the other is future proofing. Like, if they were
to jump out the window and full on overtly change. I'm not talking about sequence of story, right? Like, oh, well, they're technically in Mark 5 right now, but they didn't cover the baptism of Jesus and John the Baptist. Why did they? Like, that's different. They're telling a story in a sequential order, right?
Yeah.
But if they were to ever do something like that, like a full on, like, not like, oh, well, he preached a sermon on the Mount, and he practiced to preach a sermon on the Mount. Jesus would never practice. Okay, that's creative embellishing. Versus like, he taught the sermon, and it's a totally different sermon. Do you know what I mean? Then that would be I would say that would be a problem for 100%. Sure. Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.